Praise the Lord. Hi, everybody. Welcome you all to this new session on linear programming problem, that is LPP. Dear students, in this session, we are going to solve a 6-marker question which would be the graphical method of solving an LPP. Okay, this would be a question for 6 marks which would either be in 49A or 50A of your question paper. Okay, the question would read like this: solve the given linear equation graphically with the given constraints. Okay, let us see how we are going to solve this and get the 6 marks easily. Okay, this is a very simple question, but only thing is the procedure is quite lengthy compared to the other problems, but no other option, you would be getting 6 marks. And one more thing here is this question would be solved using a graph paper itself. So this is the question in which we will be using a graph sheet, and I hope looking at these inequalities, you might be wondering about, we have seen this in your first PUC linear inequalities. You are exactly correct. Okay, this would be a continued part of linear inequalities. Okay, let's not waste our time. Let's directly get on to solving the LPP graphically. Okay, the first question we're going to take this is, he will ask you maximize z which is equal to 4x plus y subject to the constraints x plus y less than or equal to 50, 3x plus y less than or equal to 90, and he would say x greater than 0 and y greater than 0. In your definition part, we would have defined linear objective function. So this is the objective function. My objective function, which is z is equal to 4x plus y, is to be maximized here. Okay, so the optimization here would be maximization. Okay, subject to, now these two conditions, sometimes it may be 2, sometimes it may be 3. Okay, so x plus y less than or equal to 50 and 3x plus y less than or equal to 90. These two are called constraints. Okay, or it is also called given conditions. Whatever we do, we say conditions apply. So these two are the conditions related to the objective function. And when we say x greater than 0 and y greater than 0, these two will be notified as the non-negative constraints. Okay, we've already seen this in the definition. Okay, x greater than 0 and y greater than 0 is called the non-negativity constraints. Okay, the significance of this non-negativity constraints is nothing but your feasible region would definitely be in the first quadrant. Okay, that is the condition for this non-negativity condition, because the variables x and y cannot be negative. So first quadrant is the only quadrant where both x and y are positive. Okay, so we are going to see the process of solving this graphically. Okay, right. To start up with, you kindly don't worry about the objective function, because the significance of objective function comes later in the working part. Okay, we are going to start the process by using the constraints. The constraints given here is actually x plus y less than or equal to 50. So the process would be convert the inequalities into equalities. Remember, you don't worry whether it is less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, you would just take equal to whatever there is. Okay, that means the process is convert the inequalities into equalities. Okay, any equation where you have less than or equal to or greater than or equal to or strictly less than or strictly greater than are called inequalities. We have seen this in first PUC mathematics. Now, as I told you, convert the inequalities into equalities and see what you're going to. Once you get x plus y is equal to 50, very simple process is, if you put x is equal to 0, okay, if you put x big 0, you would directly get y is equal to 50, isn't it? If you put x is 0, you will get y is equal to 50. Therefore, you are going to get a point. Let me take it as A. This point is x is 0 and y is 50. Okay, very simple, isn't it? Now, put y as 0. If you put y is 0, you are going to directly get x is equal to 50. Therefore, b is equal to, please be very careful, this is not 0 comma 50, because x is 50 here. So, x is 50 and y is 0. Okay, so first inequality is converted into equality. I get it 2 points. Now what is the logic behind getting 2 points? We know to draw a straight angle, straight line, you need any 2 points. So to plot this line on the graph, I'm finding any 2 given points of that line. Okay, now going on to the next equation, you have 3x plus y less than or equal to 90. Convert the inequality into equality, that is 3x plus y is equal to 90. Take it as equation 2. Okay, as we did in the previous case, if you put x is equal to 0, purely 3 into 0 is 0, you would directly get y is equal to 90, isn't it? Very simple this is. Therefore you get another point, let me call it as C. This would be 0 comma 90. Okay, now next, as you know it, put y 0 now. If you put y 0, actually you will get 3x is nothing but 90. If 3x is nothing but 90, therefore x will be nothing but 90 by 3, that is nothing but 30. Okay, therefore you get a point D, which is nothing but 30 comma 0. Okay, so now check whether there is any other constraints here. In this question there are only 2 constraints. Now you need not worry about x greater than 0, y greater than 0. As I told you, this comes under non-negativity constraints. Okay, you don't have nothing to do with this inequality. Okay, once you get the points for any equation, okay, once you get the points, now we will start using the graph and plot these points. Okay, are you ready? Now let's go to the graph sheet. Okay students, so I have taken a graph sheet. The basic process which you already know, plot an y-axis, plot an x-axis. So you get intersection of x and y-axis would be the origin O. Okay, you can do all these workings and you kindly write the scale where x-axis is 1 centimeter is equal to how much you are going to take, and y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to whatever you want to take. And in most of the questions your origin would be 0 comma 0. Okay, now before to plot, I want to take the scaling now. Now please be careful. Now the minimum value of x or the maximum value of x is 50 and the maximum value of y is 90. Okay, now you can check here. If I give 10 10, okay, 10 20 30 40 50, so if I take 10 each for 1 centimeter, the graph becomes very small graph. Okay, if you want your graph to look big, kindly go on for a zoom. Okay, that means let us enlarge it by taking x 1 centimeter is equal to 5 units. Okay, so if you take 1 centimeter is equal to 5 units, you are going to get, so this is 5 and 10 and this is 15 and you will get 20, this is 25 and this point is 30 and this is 35, this 40, 45 and 50, 55, 60. That's enough because the maximum value of x is 50. I need not go further. Similarly, the maximum value of y you can check is 90, isn't it? So going on to plot the values here, in the same way you will take x is equal to now take this is 5 and this becomes 10. Okay, now similarly if you take this 15 and this centimeter would give me 20 and this is 25 and I can plot this as 30, this is 35, I can plot it as 40, this is 45 and 50, 55, 60, 65, this is 70 and this is 75, 80, 85, this is 90 and 95, this is 100. You need not worry. Okay, this much is enough for me to plot the graph. Okay, so according to my scaling, I have taken x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 10 units. Similarly, y-axis, 5 units, isn't it? I have taken x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 5 units and y-axis also 1 centimeter is equal to 5 units and origin is purely 0 comma 0. Okay, now let us plot this point a 0 comma 50. Remember, when I put x is 0, y definitely will, the point will be on y-axis. So if I take x is 0 and y is 50, this is the point A, which it is 0 comma 50. Okay, now similarly B0 y is 0 and x is 50, that is 50 comma 0 is, this is the point 50 comma 0, kindly name it. So B, that is 50 comma 0. Okay, once you plot this these 2 points, kindly join the points by a straight line. So you can see here I've joined the point A and a point B and drawn a line there. Okay, similarly you have to plot another line using these points C and D. So the point C is 0 comma 90. So 0 comma 90 falls here. So you can plot this point and write it as point C. This is 0 comma 90. Okay. Now once you plot the point C, go for the point D. D is 30 comma 0. Okay, so the point 30 comma 0 is here. Okay, you can write this as D. This is 30 comma 0, right? Kindly plot it very carefully. Okay, once you plot these 2 points, join it by a straight line. Okay, so I'm joining the points and forming a straight line. Okay, so now you got 2 lines plotted on the graph, and for your further calculation part, always name the lines whichever you have written. Okay, so the first line was this line is nothing but x plus y is equal to 50. Okay, that is the equation of the line. Now equation of this line is actually 3x plus y is equal to 90. Rather I will write here. So 3x plus y is equal to 90. Now you have to worry about the inequalities. Okay, once you have plotted this, so this will give you 2 marks for you. Okay, now once you have plotted this, now see the inequality there. Now x plus y less than or equal to 50 means the portion which we are going to see here is, this is the equation, line x plus y less is equal to 50. So when I say less than or equal to 50, logically if I take a line obliquely, the left side would be the less than part and the right hand side would be the greater than part. So when I say the region below this line or the left hand side of this line is, I will get these 2 regions. Okay, is it clear? And please be careful, because of the non-negativity condition, your feasible region would be definitely be in first quadrant itself. Okay, so I have to make the common region below this line. Okay, because it is x plus y less than or equal to 50. Okay, that means I have to plot either here or here. Now let us go to the next inequality, that is 3x plus y less than or equal to 90. This is also less than. So again, this is 3x plus y is equal to 90, less than that. So my common region would be less than this line, that is left of this line and left of this line. So if I take left of this line, I will take these 2 portions, but this portion is above the line. So if I want below this line, that is left of both the lines, then this portion would be the feasible region. Okay, I will write it as, this is a very important part. If you can notify the feasible region correctly, your most of the process would be correct. Okay, so once you get this feasible region, okay, now you have to shade it. We'll shade it. Okay, so I have shaded the feasible region. Now as we have seen in the definitions, I want to find out the corner points of this feasible region. Now you can see here, one of the corner point is, because this corner point is toward the origin, 0 comma 0 would be one of the corner point. Okay, this is the first corner point and the corner point is A, another corner point is D. Now there is another corner point E here. Okay, now there are 2 ways of finding the coordinates of this point. One is you can solve these 2 equations, because if you solve these 2 equations, you will get the point of intersection of these 2 lines. Otherwise, if you have plotted the graph neatly, you will get it directly here. How will you get it? As if you have take a point here, when you have taken a point there, draw a line from that point perpendicular to x-axis. Okay, and this would be the coordinate of x, that is, this is 20. Okay, comma, similarly from that point draw a line perpendicular to y-axis. Okay, so you can see here I am doing it. So I am drawing a line. I am just taking a dotted line. Okay, or else you can take a full line itself. You can see there. Okay, so you can see this point is nothing but 20 comma 30. Okay, now this is the most important thing. Once I have identified the feasible region, next go for the corner points. So you can see there the corner points are, okay, 0, sorry, that is 0, that origin O 0 comma 0, point A that is 0 comma 50, point D that is 30 comma 0, and point E that is 20 comma 30. Is it clear? So once you have identified the corner points, you have to write it because you will get 1 mark for it. Okay, therefore the corner points, okay, of the feasible region are, okay, the corner points of the feasible region are, one is origin that is 0 comma 0, the other one is point A that is 0 comma 50. If you want you can check it here, origin which is 0 comma 0, and point A that is 0 comma 50, and point D that is 30 comma 0, and the new point E which we have found out by the graphical method itself, which is 20 comma 30. Okay, now once you have done this, now we will see what happens at these points for the objective function. Okay, until this point you have nothing to do with your objective function. Okay, once you have finished identify the corner points, you have to substitute these points into the objective function and see what happens. Okay, are you ready for that? Right. Dear students, to make your work look neat, let us make a table here. One is for the corner points. Here I have 4 corner points, so I have made 4 rows here. Okay, now this is where I will calculate what happens to the objective function z. Whatever the objective function is, just write it down as it is. Okay, so let us start calculating the value of z at each corner point. Okay, now so the first corner point is, I took the origin 0 comma 0. Okay, let us substitute for z. So z is nothing but 4 into 0 plus 0. This is nothing but 4 into 0 is 0 plus 0. 0 plus 0 would be nothing but 0. Okay, now let us take another point which is A. A is 0 comma 50. Okay, this is origin. So z is nothing but 4 into x is 0 here. Okay, and y is 50. This is nothing but, what is 4 into 0? You can write it as 0 plus 50 as it is. This is nothing but 0 plus 50 is 50. Okay, now similarly take another point, sorry, it is D, isn't it? I will take a point D. You can take any point, so you need not worry about the order. So 30 comma 0. So z is nothing but 4 into 30 plus 0. This is nothing but 4 3s are 12. So it is 120 plus 0. This is nothing but 120. Okay. Now going on to the point E. Okay. What is the point E? You can see here that is 20 comma 30. Right. So z is nothing but, it is 4 into 20 plus this is 30. So this is nothing but 4 2s are 8. So 42 is 420 is 80 plus this is 30. So 80 plus 30 is 110. Okay. Now see what you are supposed to do. You have to find the maximization part of z. So which is the maximum value here? You can see clearly the maximum value is 120, which is maximum. Okay. So most of the work is completed. Now just left over is the conclusion. Okay. So the conclusion part is z. You have to find maximum, isn't it? So write z max is nothing but, write the maximum value here. I repeat, write the maximum value first, which is 120. Okay, so Z max is 120 and you have to write where? At the point D, which is nothing but 30 comma 0. Okay, and this concludes the process of solving the linear inequality problem by graphical method. Okay, please be very careful, do it step by step. First I repeat the procedure: take the inequality, convert it into equality, find 2 points, and do this for all the inequalities. In this case there are only 2. Once you get the 4 points, okay, plot the points and draw the lines. Please be careful in finding the feasible region. Once the feasible region is ready, find out the corner points. Once the corner points are noted down, just make a table and find out the value of Z. Okay, from there, if you are supposed to find out minimum, check the minimum value. If you are supposed to find the maximum, find the maximum value. So in this case, the maximum value is 120 at the point D, that is nothing but 30 comma 0. Okay, so this is the procedure of the linear programming problem. This question was asked in the year March 2020 for 6 marks. Okay, so to make our work much more simpler, let me consider one more question similar to this one. Okay, are you ready? Okay students, so the next question goes like this: maximize Z, which is equal to 3x plus 2y, subject to x plus 2y less than or equal to 10, 3x plus y less than or equal to 15, and x greater than 0, y greater than 0. Question was asked in the year September 2020 for 6 marks. Okay, so we have already are thorough with the process. For the first equation I am going to get is x plus 2y. Remember, take it equals to 10. This becomes an equation 1. Okay, so substitute, put x is equal to 0. If you put x is equal to 0, I'll get 2y is nothing but 10. Therefore, y would be 5. Okay, therefore the point A would be when x is equal to 0, y would be 5. Okay, similarly go to the next question. It is 3x plus y is equal to 15. This is an equation 2. Now if you in the same way put x is equal to 0, you will get directly y is equal to 15. Okay, excuse me students, I just got 1 point here. Now when I put x is equal to 0, I got y is equal to 5. Now put y is equal to 0 here. So if you put y is equal to 0, you will directly get x is equal to 10. Okay, therefore point B would be 10 comma 0. Okay, now in the second equation, okay, just to separate the things, in the second equation 3x plus y is equal to 15. When you put x as 0, you will get directly y is equal to 15. So that therefore the point C is 0 comma 15. Now put y is equal to 0. If you put y is equal to 0, you will get 3x is nothing but 15. Therefore x would be 15 by 3, that is nothing but 5. Okay, therefore the point D is nothing but 5 comma 0. Okay, so these are the only two inequalities we have. So convert it into equalities and found the points. Now once the points are ready, we will go with the graph and plot these points. Now depending upon the scaling, you can see that the maximum value of x is 10 and the maximum value of y is 15. Okay, you might think of taking 1 unit for 1 centimeter. Okay, now let's go on to the graph sheet. So with the graph sheet, it's up to you to plot the x-axis and y-axis and plot the origin O. I've made the scale ready here. For x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to and y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to. Origin here you would again be 0 comma 0. Okay, now as I told you, the maximum value of x is 10. So I would use 1 centimeter as 1 unit. Okay, this is, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's enough. Now going on to the y value, we can see here the maximum value of y is 15. Okay, so let us plot it. So I'll take this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let us stop to 16. Okay, so the graph is ready here, graph sheet is ready. Now let's start plotting the points. Okay, the first point is 0, 5. So x is 0, definitely the point would be on y axis. This is point A, that is 0, 5. I'm going to write it, please wait. The other point B is 10, 0. So this is the point 10, 0. Okay, so once I got the points, I'm going to join the points by a straight line. Please be careful, draw it very carefully, because you would be wanted to find the shaded region. Okay, so extend the line also, but you need not worry, the feasible region would be in first quadrant itself. So point A and point B is ready. Now going on to point C and D. So point C, it would be 0, 15. So you can see that 0, 15 would be, this is the point. Now you can write 0, 15 is the point C, and the other point is 5, 0. So the 5, 0 point would be, this is the point D, this is 5, 0. So once the point is identified, kindly join it using a straight line. Right, so once you join it, kindly write the points. You can write this point is 0, 5, which is A. This point is B, which is 10, 0. Okay, and the point C is already named. This is the point D. Okay, D is nothing but 5, 0. Okay, now once you have plotted the lines, name the equations. So the first equation was x plus y is equal to 20. So this equation is x plus y is equal to 10. Okay, now next, the second line is 3x plus y is equal to 15. Write somewhere here. So 3x plus y is equal to 15. Okay, once I have done this, very important process is finding the feasible region. So now go to the inequality. The first inequality, x plus 2y less than or equal to 10. So this is the line x plus 2y equal to 10. So when he says less than, that means my portion is left side of this. Okay, so either this or this portion. Okay, it may be both. Now let's go to this inequality now. Again, 3x plus y is also less than or equal to 15. That means my portion would be below this, that is left side of this line. So according to both the inequalities, left side of first line and left side of second line would again be, this is the portion common to both the inequality, less than this and less than this lines. Okay, so this would be the feasible region, and I'm going to shade it. Okay. Okay students, you can see here I've neatly shaded the feasible region. Once you have found out the feasible region, you can see, find the corner points. So the corner points are, one point is origin, I can write it as O, that is 0, 0. So one point is ready for me. The other corner point is A, that is 0, 0. That is also ready. And there is another point D, which is 5, 0. That is also there. Now I want to find the point, let me call it as point E. Okay. So as I told you, the graphical method of finding this point is, draw a line exactly from that point perpendicular to x-axis, that will be x coordinate, and a line perpendicular to y-axis. If you plot it exactly, okay, if your graph is very neat, you will exactly get the values. X is equal to 4 and y is equal to 3. Okay, this is the way of finding the point E. Okay, in case you don't get it, this is just for verification purpose. Now let us solve these equations and get the point E. Okay, so let me take this equation and multiply by 2. Okay, I'll get 6x plus 2y is equal to 30. The reason why I multiply by 2 is only then I can cancel. So this is 6 plus 2y is equal to 10. So if you subtract, okay, so sorry, 2 2y and 2y gets cancelled. 6x minus x would be 5x. 5x would be 30 minus 10, okay, would be 20. If 5x is equal to 20, therefore x would be 20 by 5, that is nothing but 4. Okay, once you get x is equal to 4, substitute in any one of the equation, put here, you will get 4 plus 2y is equal to 10. Move it aside, 2y is equal to 6, therefore y is equal to 6 by 2, that is nothing but 3. You can see there exactly the point E is 4 comma 3. Okay, if you are not happy with the point in the graphical method, you can also try solving the equations. Okay, so once this is for done, your corner points are ready now. Now let's note down the corner points and go for the working with Z. Okay, so let us find out the corner points. Okay, note it down. Therefore, the corner points of the feasible region are, okay, first point we know origin is the corner point O, that is 0 comma 0, and you can check point A, that is 0 comma 5, and next the point D, you can see there the point D is 5 comma 0, and the point E, and point E is nothing but 4 comma 3. Okay, so this will give you 3 marks. Now once this is ready, let us go for the table calculation. Okay, make your table ready now. Okay, dear students, my table is ready now. Let's go for the calculation part. So the corner points I have noted down: origin 0 comma 5, 5 comma 0, and 4 comma 3. Okay, so let us substitute the points. So for the origin, Z becomes 3 into 0 plus 2 into 0. So it is 0 plus 0, that would be 0. Next, at 0 comma 5, this would be 3 into 0 plus 2 into 5, that is nothing but 3 zeros are 0 plus 2 5s are 10, that is nothing but 10. Okay, similarly, Z is equal to 3 into 5 plus 2 into 0. So that 3 5s are is 15 plus 2 zeros are 0, that is nothing but 15. Okay, now finally going for E, so it is 3 into 4 plus 2 into 3. Okay, this is nothing but 3 4s is 12 plus 3 2s is 6, that is nothing but 18. Okay, so my table is also ready now. Almost we are nearing the conclusion. We can see there the optimization is nothing but maximum. So I have to find out the maximum, and the maximum value is 18. Okay, so once this is ready, write the conclusion. Okay, please be careful. If the conclusion is not there, you will be losing 1 mark. So kindly, after doing so much, don't lose the marks for not writing the conclusion. Therefore you want Z max, isn't it? Therefore Z max is nothing but, first write the value, which is 18, and the point at, which is the point? The point is nothing but E, which is 4 comma 3, isn't it? Right? And this will conclude the process of finding the solution by graphical method. Okay, very simple, isn't it? Yes. So let's move on to the next question now. Right, my dear students, let's go on to the third question. The question we have is, minimize Z is equal to minus 3x plus 4y subject to the given constraints and the non-negativity condition. Okay, procedure, you are thorough with it. Let us consider the first equation, x plus 2y is equal to 8. Okay, let me take it as equation 1. Okay, if I put x is equal to 0 here, you will get 2y is nothing but 8, therefore y is nothing but 8 by 2, that is 4. Therefore my point A is 0 comma 4. Okay, let me consider the next equation. It is 3x plus 2y is equal to 12. Consider this as equation 2. Okay, now once the equation is considered, oh, I'm very sorry, put y is equal to 0 here. If you put y is equal to 0, you will directly get x is equal to 8. Therefore, the point B is 8 comma 0. Okay, I've got point A and point B. Now going to the second equation, 3x plus 2y is equal to 12. Here if I put x is equal to 0, you will get 2y is equal to 12. Therefore, y is nothing but 6, isn't it? Therefore, I'll get point C is nothing but 0 comma 6. Okay. Now put y is equal to 0. If you put y is equal to 0, you will get 3x is equal to 12. Therefore, x will be 4. Therefore, point D is nothing but 4 comma 0. Okay. So these are the only two constraints I have. Now from these two constraints I got 4 points. Now I am going on to the plotting the points on the graph and plot the two equations with the straight lines. Okay. Now you can see that the maximum value of x is 8 and the maximum value of y is 6. Okay. Maximum value of x is 8, isn't it? So what you can do it is you use 1 centimeter for 1 units. Okay. For 1 centimeter you use 1 unit and take the scaling. Okay. This procedure of using the graph you've already know it. So now I'm going to take the scaling, taking 1 centimeter for 1 unit. Okay. Now you can get ready with the scaling by yourself. Okay, dear students, my scaling is ready. I've taken x-axis 1 centimeter with 1 unit and y-axis also 1 centimeter is 1 unit. I've noted down the scale and the origin we can see it is 0 comma 0. Okay, let us plot the points now. First point A is 0 comma 4. So this is the point A which is 0 comma 4. Okay, the point B is 8 comma 0. So the point 8 comma 0 would be here. Okay, once the points are ready, use a scale and draw the graph neatly. Okay, so that you would cut the axis exactly. Okay, now this line is ready. Let's go to the next straight line. The points goes like this, 0 comma 6. So 0 comma 6 is, this is the point 0 comma 6. Okay, now with this you have to take 4 comma 0 and the point 4 comma 0 is this. Okay, so the points are ready. Let's join it and get a straight line. So the two straight lines are ready. Now I'm going to name the points and name the line and get ready to find out the feasible region. Okay, you also do the same thing now. Dear students, I'm ready with naming now. Point A, point B, and point C which is 0 comma 6 and point D 4 comma 0, and the equations for these lines is 3x plus 2y is equal to 12 and x plus 2y is equal to 8. Okay, now let's find out the feasible region here. Now we can see both the equations are less than, so that means the common region would be less than first line and less than second line. So this is similar to the previous examples. So that is less than means left side of this line and left side of this line. So this would be the feasible region would be towards the origin. Okay, when I say left side it is towards the origin, when I say greater than it is outward the origin. Okay, so both the feasible, the common region for both the lines towards the origin would be this region, and I'm going to name this region as the feasible region and I'm going to shade it. Okay, and you also can do it in your graph sheet. Dear students, I hope your feasible region is also ready. Mine is also ready. Now the once the feasible region is ready, find out the corner points. One is origin, that is I know the point, and the point A, that is also the coordinates I know, and the point D, that is also 4 comma this is actually 0 comma 4, excuse me. So 0 comma 0, 0 comma 4, 4 comma 0, and there is another point which I need. Let me call this point as E. By using the graph directly, if you plot it, you will actually get x is equal to 2 and draw a line perpendicular to y axis. You will get y is equal to 3. Okay, if you have any doubts, because this point is the point of intersection of two lines, you can check here. You will get x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can solve the equations and find the point. Okay, so now my points are ready. So the corner points of the feasible region are O, A, D and E. Okay, let's note down the corner points now. So I am noting down the corner points. The corner points of the feasible region are, one is the origin, that is O 0 comma 0, and the point A is actually 0 comma 4, and the point D which is 4 comma 0, and the point E which I have calculated from the graph sheet, which is nothing but 2 comma 3. Okay, so once the points are ready, now I am going to make the table to find out the Z value. Okay, so get your table ready, and I am going to get my table ready now. Fine students, now my table is also ready. Okay, I hope yours is also ready now. Now look at the objective function. The objective function Z is equal to minus 3x plus 4y. Okay, please be very careful in noting down the equation in an exact way. Okay, even a minus sign will make a lot of difference here. Okay, so let us put the points. So for an origin, Z is nothing but it is minus 3 into 0 plus 4 into 0. So we know this is 0 plus 0, this is nothing but 0. Okay, now going to the point A, which is nothing but Z is equal to minus 3 into 0 plus 4 into actually 4. Okay, so this is nothing but 3 into 0 would be 0 plus 4 fours would be 16. Okay, so 16, this is nothing but 16 here. Okay, right. Next, going to the point D, you have minus 3 into 4, okay, plus 4 into 0. This is nothing but, please be careful, minus 3 into 4 would be actually minus 12 plus 4 zeros are 0, that is nothing but minus 12. Is it clear? This is minus 12, and finally use the value 2 and 3 here. Z is equal to minus 3 into 2 plus 4 into 3. That is nothing but minus 3 into 2 is minus 6 plus 4 3s is 12. This is nothing but 12 minus 6 is 6. Remember, your objective function is to minimize. Now what is the minimum value here? You need not always look at 0 to be the minimum value, because minus 12 is more or lesser than 0. Okay, so this is the minimum value, which is minus 12. Therefore, you can write the conclusion as we have already done in the previous cases. Okay, so the conclusion goes like this: Z minimum. Okay, here in the previous case, all the two problems, it was Z maximum. Here it is Z minimum, and Z minimum value is minus 12. Remember, don't write positive here, because when you have minus, please take the minus. Z minimum is minus 12, and where? At the point where? D, which is 4 comma 0. Okay, so this would conclude the total process of finding the solution of the linear equation by graphical method. Okay, so this is the third question, which was asked in the year July 2017 for 6 marks. Okay, hope you are thorough with the process now, and very excited about the concept also, because the question is very easy. If they give you the equations directly, you can easily solve it and get 6 marks. Okay, so before winding up this session, I'm going to consider one more equation, and then we can wind up the session. Okay, dear students, the fourth question we have is minimize and maximize Z is equal to 600x plus 400y subject to the constraint x plus 2y less than or equal to 12, 2x plus y less than or equal to 12, 4x plus 5y greater than or equal to 20, and the non-negativity condition. This is graphical method. As I told you, this is 6 marker question. This is how it would be asked in the examination. So this is the question which has been asked in the year March 2017. Okay, so let us find the solution. I've noted down the question here. Okay, this question is both minimization and maximization. Okay, now you should be very careful here, because in all the three problems which you have done now, we had only two inequalities there. Okay, only two constraints were there, but for this question there are three constraints. Okay, so you have to plot three straight lines to find out the feasible region. Okay, there is no need to worry. Let us follow the procedure in the systematic way. Okay, so first equation is, I have x plus 2y is equal to 12. Okay, this is my equation 1. Okay, once the question is ready, let us find the points. If I put x is equal to 0, you will get 2y is equal to 12. Therefore you will get y is equal to 6. Okay, now you know how to find out the values. I need not break my head much. Okay, now next case, put y is equal to 0, you will directly get x is equal to 12. Okay, therefore the point is 12 comma 0. Okay, next the second equation is 2x plus y is equal to 12. So this is the second equation. Okay, now I have to find out the points here. First, let me put x is equal to 0. If you put x is equal to 0, you will directly get y is equal to 12, right? So therefore the point C is 12, sorry, it is 0 comma 12. Okay, now next, if you put y is equal to 0, if you put y is equal to 0, you will get 2x is 12, therefore x will be 6. Therefore the point D would be 6 comma 0. Okay, all the previous questions you only had two equations. Now I have three. Now note down the third one. 4x plus 5y is equal to 20. Okay, this is the third equation. You cannot expect just two equations, because most of the questions asked in the year repeated are three equations question. Okay, now consider this. Now if I put x is equal to 0, okay, very clear, you will get 5y is 20. Therefore y is nothing but 20 by 5, that is nothing but 4, means 5 4s are 20. Okay, therefore the point E would be x is 0 and y would be 4. Okay, now put y is equal to 0, you will get 4 times x is equal to 20. So 4x is equal to 20 means x is 20 by 4. You will get x is equal to 5, because 4 5s is 20. Therefore the point F is nothing but 5 comma 0. Okay, so my the 6 points are ready, with which I will get three equations. Okay, right, you can see there the maximum value of x is 12 and the maximum value of y is also 12. So if your graph sheet is ready, okay, my graph sheet, actually I've kept my graph sheet ready. I will take the scaling 1 centimeter with 1 units, and let us go on with finding the plotting the lines first and then finding the feasible region. Okay, so before plotting the points, let me make my scaling ready now. Okay, right, as I said, I've taken x-axis as 1 centimeter as 1 unit and y-axis as 1 centimeter as 1 unit, and my origin is 0 comma 0. Right, let's start plotting the points. First point is 0 comma 6. So this is the point A, which is 0 comma 6, and the point B, which is 12 comma 0. So this is the point. Once the points are plotted, let me draw the graph neatly. Please be careful. This would be a easy question, but you will be having three straight lines here. Okay, so one line is ready. Let's go to the second one. The point is 0 comma 12. This is the point C, which is 0 comma 12, and the point D is 6 comma 0. So this is the point which is 6 comma 0. Okay, so once the points are ready, let's plot it. So now two lines are also ready. Now let's go on with the third one. The third one is E is 0 comma 4. So this is the point 0 comma 4, and the point 5 comma 0 is, this is the point 5 comma 0. Okay, let us join this also. Well, students, you can see here these are the lines. I've already plotted the 3 lines on the straight line. Now I'm going to name the points and name the straight lines and get ready to find out the feasible region. Okay? Okay, students, I've noted the points A, B, C, D, E and F and the lines x plus 2y equals to 12, 2x plus y equals to 12, 4x plus 5y is equal to 20. Now, let's go on with finding the feasible region. Now, let us see the third one now. 4x plus 5y greater than or equal to 20. Greater than means it would be away from the origin. Okay. So, when I say 4x plus 5y, when I say greater than this line, that means the feasible region is above this line. Okay. Above the line 4x plus 5y equal to 0. So, means I have to find the portion above this. Okay. With that, see the first equation, x plus 2y less than or equal to 12. For this line, it is towards the origin, and 2x plus y is equal to 12. Even for this line, it is less than or equal to, means towards the origin. So, less than this line, less than this line, and above this line means this is the portion which I will get it as my feasible region. Okay. So, I am going to write this as the feasible region and I am going to shade the feasible region. Then you will see how beautiful the region looks like. Okay. Dear students, you can look at the graph here. My feasible region is ready. Okay. That is above this line, below these 2 lines. So, this is my feasible region. You can see here what are the corner points of the feasible region. One is ready, which is E 0, 4, A 0, 6 and F, that is 5, 0, D which is 6, 0, and you can see there is another point here. I have already taken E and F. Let me take a point G. Okay. If you plot it, you can see the value of x would be 4 and the value of y would also be 4. Okay. So, the points here, end point here is 4, 4. Please note down, my students, in all the questions you need not have the endpoints as origin O, 0, 0. Most of the students, sometimes they make a mistake of taking the origin for granted into the feasible endpoints of the feasible region. Please note down, in this question origin is not the endpoint of the feasible region. Okay. You need not always have origin as the endpoint. Okay. In this question you don't have. So, the points are A, E, F, D and the point G, which is nothing but 4, 4. If you can plot it neatly using a graph, you will exactly get it in the graph itself. Okay. If you have not plotted the graph well, then you will have an extra work of solving an equation. Okay. You can see here G is 4, 4. So, my endpoints of the feasible region are also ready. Now, I am going to find out the calculation part. So, let me note down the endpoints in the working part there. Right, students, let us note down the endpoints. So, the corner points of the feasible region are, let me take one by one. A, which is 0, 6, next E, which is 0, 4, next D, you need not worry about the order, which is 6, 0, F, which is 5, 0 and the point G, which is 4, 4. Okay. Here you can note down here you have 5 endpoints for this feasible region. Now, once the points are ready, make the table ready. Let us calculate the optimal value for the objective function. Okay. Make your table ready now. Dear students, my table is ready and the corner points are entered, and let us calculate the value of z here. Okay. So, let us corner points are A 0, 6, D 6, 0, E 0, 4, F 5, 0 and G 4, 4. Okay. Let us calculate z. Z is nothing but it is 600 into 0 plus 400 into 6. This is nothing but this is 0 plus 6 4 is 24. So, 2400. This is nothing but 2400 itself. Okay. Next, going to D. D is nothing but 600 into 6 plus 400 into 0. This is nothing but 6 6 are 36. So this would be 3600 plus 0. So finally this would be 3600. Okay. Similarly, E, your at Z is equal to, I'm very sorry, you have to write Z itself, not the point. So Z would be, it is 600 into 0 plus 400 into 4. This would be 0 plus 4 4s are, this would be 16, that is 1600. So I'm going to write it as 1600 itself. Okay. Now next the point is F. For F, Z is nothing but 600 into 5 plus 400 into 0. This is nothing but 6 5s are 30. So that is 3000 plus 400. This is 0. This is nothing but 3000. Okay. Now finally G, which is Z, is nothing but, it is 600 into 4 plus 400 into 4. This is nothing but 6 4s is 24, that is 2400 plus 4 4s is 16, that is nothing but 1600. So if you add it, you will definitely get 4000. Okay. Now what is the objective function there? It is for both minimum and maximum. Now see which is the minimum value here. If you can notice, the minimum value is 1600 and the maximum value is 4000. Isn't it? Minimum value is 1600 and the maximum value is 4000. My work is almost over. Let us write the conclusion. Okay. So the conclusion part goes like this. You have to write both minimum and maximum values. So Z minimum is nothing but 1600. Okay. Where at the point E, which is 0, 4. Naming is not required, but the point coordinates are required. So Z max is nothing but 4000. Okay. At the point E, which is nothing but 4, 4. So dear students, you can see that Z minimum is 1600 at the point 0, 4, and the Z maximum is 4000 at the point G 4, 4. Okay. I wrote both the values because the question was both minimize and maximize. Okay. And my dear students, we're going to wind up this session here. Make sure you practice these questions neatly because you are going to get 6 marks from this question. Okay. Now there are few more very important questions which are repeated, okay, on this graphical method, but we are going to deal that in the next session. Okay. So practice this and keep waiting for the next session so that we are going to complete the remaining questions which are very important for your examination for 6 mark question to solve by graphical method. ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂದಿನ ಸೆಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ LPPಯ ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕಲ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತಹ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ನ ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕಲ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. 4 ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಭಿನ್ನವಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇದನ್ನು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಮೀರಿದಂಥ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕೆಲವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ ಕೇಳಿರುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನು ಥರೋವಾಗಿ ರೆಡಿಯಾಗಿ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ರೈಟ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, I hope you have enjoyed this session and also learned how to solve the graphical method of our linear programming problem. Okay, so we'll meet again with the continued part of this session in the next session. Until then, take care and bye.